Hey everyone, give me a second. I just randomly got a text like right when I started this, so. Okay. Anyhow, I have a few topics that I was going to talk about today. It is so warm in my room for some reason. She's cute. Um, I guess not a few topics, just one topic that I'm gonna discuss. Oh, baby, your eye. My baby's eye. Come here. She gets her eyes all gooped up and ugh, it just gets so bad. There you go. Oh, baby. Got it? Okay, I'll clean it afterwards. Stay right there, okay? Oh, stop it. Okay, you can sit in my lap. Okay, but, oh. I wanted to talk more on to motivation because I know people will nowadays at least struggle with that, and I'm just gonna go down the list of some topics and just express what I personally do with motivation. Lately, it has been hard for me to get motivated. Then stop leaving me. You don't walk away and start meowing. Come here. Come on. Oh, stop it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, you weirdo. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go down a few things. Blah, blah, blah. There are a few topics that suggest books in motivating. I say to an extent because for me, yes, books can be very motivating, but for me, it stops after a while because you get that motivation and it's great. But then once you finish the book, that mainly is the thing that motivated you, it goes away after a while. You're like, I don't want to reread it. And if you do want to reread it, cool. I don't. Not immediately. So, no, don't go on my keyboard. Don't go on my keyboard. That's not nice. That's not nice. But yeah, books work to an extent for me. If they work for you, I say go for it. You can. I don't think it really has to do with motivational books. I mean, if you like those, then cool. But any kind of book, it gets your mind into that state of like completing things. And so it'll, personally, screen just froze. Come on, dude. I don't understand, mittens. Okay. But yeah, for me, it's not just, there we go, fucking hell. Not just motivational books. I read drama, fantasy, horror, not horror. I don't really care for horror. Um, but spicy romance books, like it doesn't matter what I read, it gets me into that state of finishing something and it'll help me along the way of doing stuff. I haven't been in the mood to do anything recently, especially reading. So I can't be motivated with that. It's hot. Increasing productivity, productive, being more productive than usual. Yeah, discussing it definitely helps like down the road. Like I need to get motivated in being more productive with going through my son's clothes and his toys and fixing up his bed and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I haven't recently had anybody to talk to or anything about discussing what I have to do with it, with all that stuff. It's just been me, my husband. He knows that I need to do it, but he has his own little life. We don't share a life just because we're married. He has his own life, he has his own stresses, and I don't want to, in a sense, burden him with all of this going on. He said that he will help me once I get energy, because then we can do it together. But until then, his life is his life. She went and drank water and then came right back onto the bed and fell asleep. That was funny. Self-development process. I mean, you guys already know that, really. Like, I don't really need to talk about my self-development process, but talking or telling someone about my self-development process does help motivation to an extent, but not really, personally. Like what I'm gonna do and all that kind of stuff. Like, at first, like telling YouTube, at least, what I do for scheduling throughout the week, even though I haven't done it this week, is a great motivational factor. Like, I'm actually saying it, it's gonna happen, boom, boom, boom. Even though sometimes it doesn't fully happen, and that's perfectly fine. Some days are like that. But I don't have any other self-development process minus getting up in the morning and going to sleep at night. Doing chores but not being able to do chores is a plus. But if I can't do chores, I don't worry about it, because it's going to get done eventually, whether my husband does it that day or the following. And so, yeah, right now my house is clean enough. I'm not too worried about it. We do need to sweep here and there. And my brain just emptied out. Hold on. My kitchen is the main thing that's messy right now. It needs to be swept. I need to clean the counters. I haven't cleaned the counters in a few days, honestly. But it's mainly just visual clutter, not just dirtiness. So, it is what it is. And I don't really self-development process. I don't know anything to say about that, honestly, just what I said. That's what came to mind. Time management. Time management, I do think, is good and a good motivator in a sense. It helps you become motivated, because if you make time for something, whether that be appointments or going to the store or whatever, throughout your day, there will at least be 30 minutes to an hour of just doing what you want. Like, relax or clean, get something done that wasn't like an appointment or necessary work, or chores or whatever. But I try doing my best to time manage. I have written a blog about it if you want to go see it. My blog is linked in the comment section and in my bio, so go look for that. It's just, oh my god, it's fucking frozen in. But yeah, I think time management is good. I'm not particularly good at it, but when I do get the time, like today I'm not doing anything. The last 2 days I was driving back and forth to appointments, got to drive again today to drop off a car. And yeah, by the way, our car, took a shit today, and it's not working. The battery is dead, supposedly, and we gotta buy a new battery. So yeah, but before that happens, I gotta talk to my mom and try to jump my car or charge the battery or something so we can use the car if we don't get a battery today, So we'll see. Anyways, time management is key for that one, and hopefully we figure out the time to do that, and hopefully we can do that all today. The importance of maintaining a journal, I think it's very important because, at least for me, I am more of a visual, like hands-on learner than somebody telling me or me telling myself, like, I can't do that. I have to write it down, sometimes even a few times, in order for me it to stick in my brain. Like, it needs to, boom. Like, so I write on the journal that I have, the scheduling journal. I have that dry erase board on the fridge, and sometimes I put it on my phone. Sometimes. I do have that app, the Me Plus app, not sponsored, that really does help a lot, but I haven't been using it recently, so I might forget it, might not. I'm not too sure. It's like I'm that kind of person where I try something, and then once the routine stops with it, I'm kind of just like, should I keep it? I don't know. So, but I'm gonna think on that. But I think journals are very, very important in order to, at least when you're a visual, hands-on learner like me, journaling is a very important factor into keeping you motivated throughout the day, or even just throughout the next couple of hours. If you need to get phone calls done, write it down. Write down all of your phone calls that you need to make and just get them done. I do that. I write down all the people I have to call, and yesterday was one of those days. I had to call for a few bills. I had to pay my bills. I had to call people for my card, the bank, everything, and I wrote them all down, just did one at a time, and I got it done within an hour or two. Maybe an hour and a half. Oh my gosh. And yeah. The next one isn't too crazy. It is a little out there. It's only if you're that kind of person who really wants this. And I have also written on my blog about this as well. Which is accomplishing your dreams. It's more like a step-by-step in my blog. It's more just like how to get there. Like, what is the mindset you need, or this or that or that or this. So yeah. Accomplishing my dreams. How to accomplish I have no dreams. I mean, my dream job is to be like kind of a old folks home helper person, nurse technically. My main goal is to help someone, help anybody, and whether that be making a homeless shelter or donating to charity or helping folks at a old folks home. I don't have any degree, so I can't really do that unless they don't mind that. I'm willing to learn, but that's not good enough. Okay, so but yeah, that's like my dream job. But like my dream, let's say in the next 5 years, if we don't have this apartment, I dream that we have a bigger, better, sustainable home. This is an apartment. It is sustainable for now. And you just never know what's going to happen with an apartment. They can kick you out tomorrow or that day. And yeah, so like in the next 5 years, I hope and dream that we'll be in either a house that we either pay rent on, or a house that is our dream house, which is way too much money. So I don't even think it's going to be that, but you never know. You just never know. In the next 5-10 years, I hope we have a house and we are able to live in it for as long as possible. Because I've moved now 3 times in my adult life. My husband has moved 3 or 4 times in his adult life, but also throughout his childhood, he's also moved about 15 times. Or no, 15. Did I say 15? 17. So 17 plus 4. 21 fucking times. Yeah. Oh, no. No. Okay, good. Ooh. This is a good one. Positive mindset. Building that positive mindset will help you be motivated only because you're looking forward to it to an extent. Like, I have a positive mindset that we will get our rent paid on time. It might not happen that way. It might happen that way. But I have a positive mindset that I'm more likely to get a job this month so I can get at least 2 paychecks, or at least 2 paychecks before I give birth. So, yeah, just creating that positive mindset for me, at least looking at a positive, helps me go throughout my day with less stress. Not stress-free, just less stress. Having a positive mindset is definitely hard to do. Definitely. My husband is more of the person of being a pessimist than an optimist. I'm more of an optimist. I do see the negatives. I do understand what he's going through and what we're going through and whatever. But I always tend to combat with his negativity with positivity, and he hates it. But I always seem to, think of at least one positive thing. Let's say I can't make my rent this month by $200. And I'm always thinking, we can't do the $200. Well, maybe we can call them up, the realtors, and ask them if we can, pay what we can and then get that $200 later, which is probably going to be only a week, but at least we have a week. And I think that's a good motivation thing, even throughout life, is trying to think of the positive. Nobody wants to think of the negative. Nobody wants to. I know a lot of people do, but I do. But just thinking about one positive thing that you are, one positive thing about what you're doing or what you're going through, or just in general life, I think it would be helpful to your mindset, your mind in general, to stay a little bit less stressed than it would be if it was just all negative, personally. Oh, my house is dirty, I don't have the energy, Aubrey is chaotic, she's gonna be waking up soon, oh great, I can't believe it, I have literally probably 20 minutes and I haven't even taken a shower. You know what? Thinking of the positive, seeing my daughter is probably going to make me happy. I can shower when she's awake. And the house might be messy a little bit, but hey, at least it's my mess and I don't have to really care for it. And if somebody comes over and sees the mess, I'm gonna be like, you try cleaning when you're pregnant and have a toddler. Some people can do that. Props to you. Not me. Not all the time. Not recently. But, that's my example of like negative to positive. But anyhow. Influential people. Influence. I'm thinking of the word. I just saw the word influential and I'm like, what is that again? Influence. Okay. Where is those fucking questions? Can't find it. Yeah. Well, learnings of influential people. I mean, I guess that could be talking about like Martin Luther King or Abraham Lincoln or Rosa Parks or anybody else that is influential. But me, what pops up into my mind is YouTube videos and the people that I watch on there. Like, not sponsored or anything, but Simple Happy Zen is great. She talks a lot about motivation and slow living and minimalism and decluttering and all that kind of stuff, and it's more of like a subtle video, so like she's kind of just how I am right now, just a little chilled, lay back type of thing. Definitely has better quality in the video than me, that's for sure, but she's also got 300,000 subscribers. That's awesome for her. Or I just recently found this guy on YouTube, which I find him to be very intriguing. Like, he seems a little too nice. But, anyways, let me find him. Go on to my YouTube. My husband used this last, so it has his YouTube on. What? Oh, right here. Life by Mike G. He does lots of like meal prep videos, and I've been looking more into meal preps because of my food situation. Food stamps only gets us so much, and it doesn't last us as long. Not only is it because of me and eating for two technically, and then Aubrey on top of that having to eat 3 meals a day and some snacks. I don't know how to prep big meals throughout the week, like to separate it all and be able to eat like maybe one meal, or not one meal, but like one huge thing in a week. I can't do that. So he does lots of meal preps and ideas and tricks and all that kind of stuff. I find that amazing. I haven't subscribed to him yet, but I need to watch a little bit more videos to see. I think he says that he's a home cook, like he's actually a cook, which is awesome. He does make some good food. I've seen it and I'm like, oof. Wish I could do that. How long has it been? 25 minutes almost. And then I looked up like on the internet topics for motivation just so I can like see it. Example of journaling. And one of the things that popped up is inspirational speech topics, like the power of resilience, embracing change, finding your passion, overcoming fear, the art of gratitude, the strength of unity, embracing failure, and the gift of empathy. Yeah, well, I can talk about all of those, but it's gonna be like a lot. So I'm just gonna say embracing change, and I'm gonna talk about that, and then that's gonna be the end of the video because I'm burning up and I need to take a shower. But embracing change, it's hard to do sometimes as a mom of almost two. It's very hard to embrace change. Like, my daughter has been a naughty girl recently, as you guys have known. If you watched my last video, she is, ever since I got her from a friend's house on Monday, she has been non-stop tantrum after tantrum after demand after demand, and we always are telling her, like, no, you can't do that. Like, for example, yesterday she had a tantrum about wanting a banana. I already gave her a banana an hour prior, and she saw the bananas in the kitchen and was like, oh, banana. And I was like, no, you already had one. I'm not going to give you two within 2 hours. No, thank you. I don't want your tummy to hurt. I don't want... It's just, no, 2 bananas is too much within that space. And she's like, no, give me banana now. And all that kind of stuff. So she took an early nap. But, yeah, that is definitely a change. She hasn't thrown that many tantrums throughout the day. I think it was like, I don't know, 10 to 15 tantrums throughout the entire day. She had a few tantrums, I guess, while I was gone yesterday when I was at my appointment, which is perfectly fine. At least I wasn't there because I would have been heated. I would have been super upset because she was really bad that morning. And, embracing change, like, what is a good example of embracing change? If I'm about to lose this place, I have to accept it. If I don't accept it, then I'll be very fucking upset and an emotional wreck and a stress ball, and probably will take me a while to find a new place if I don't just embrace it. Like, Christian's really good at embracing things, but he also has a problem with being a stress ball of it. So I personally keep my cool, and I'm like, yeah, going through the motions and going with the flow and all that kind of stuff as much as I can. When my stress gets over and beyond, it's mainly when Christian breaks down. Not crying or anything, just like, he's done. He's not having it. He's, just over the edge, like, he's just angry and pissed off at the situation. That's when I'm like, okay. Like, I'm like, we kind of have an equilibrium. Like, I keep the energy low in a sense, and then he keeps it kind of like tense. So I'm able to work faster. Or like in our conversations and communicating and stuff, I'm more positive, he's more negative. But we're always able to keep that peace. So that's why we work. And so embracing the change in general, like weather, time, this, that, is just good to embrace it, because if you're like, let's say the time changes, I'm in California, so the time does change. The sun is like, it's going to be fall equinox soon. I think it's fall soon. The time is going to change, but supposedly the beginning of this year says that they said that they're not going to do time changes anymore, so the time might not change. So if that happens, we have to ready ourselves for the sun to go down by 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Okay? It's crazy. So, yeah. But if it does change, it will be about 5 when the sun goes down. And when the sun comes up, it'll be about 4. So, yeah. So I gotta embrace that, because that's gonna be insane. If the time does not change and it stays 2 in the afternoon right now, we're gonna be seeing a sunset in the next hour. But not yet. Soon though. But anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope that kind of helped you in like an insight of like what I get from motivational things, like those things that I talked about, obviously. What works for me, what doesn't work for me. It could be the opposite for you. So just, yeah, take it as you go along and just feel free to just make it your own. Do whatever you gotta do when it comes to motivation. And I am off. I am going to take a shower and relax for the next probably 10 minutes that I have. And you guys have a great day. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're not a member yet, go check it out. Because it's more perks. I go live every Friday. And yeah, so just go check that out. You guys have a great day.